Pastor Ghana's number one, Africa's finest, and my guest is already in the house. He's been here for the past 20 minutes. My brother, my sister, Eric Grekwaitia is the Secretary General of the Red Cross Society of Ghana. And we're going to be having a very beautiful conversation. Eric, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Good afternoon, big brother.
Good afternoon. I'm happy to have you.
Thank you too. It's been a pleasure being here.
Yes, my brother. I mean, when I was a little boy, I was a member of the Red Cross Society of Ghana. And I remember we used to say service, and everybody would say mankind. Do you still say the same thing?
Yeah, the same thing.
Service,
mankind.
Interesting. Now, Eric, walk me through the history of the Red Cross.
Yes,
How did it all start?
The Red Cross started by Henry Dunant. I mean, during the times of war, and then a lot of people. Let me say good afternoon to your listeners, your viewers. I mean, this week is the World Red Cross Day, so all of us are celebrating, and we'll be climaxing it on the 8th of May 2026 at the College of Physicians and Surgeons. So Red Cross, it's a movement, it's a humanitarian society that was established by Henry Dunant. And Henry Dunant was somebody who, at the time of war, at the time of people being killed as a result of war, everybody felt that, okay, what can be done? But Henry Dunant said, let's commit ourselves to saving humanity. And so Henry Dunant was the person who brought a few people together to start this whole national society, whole group of Red Cross. And today it's all over 191 countries with the Red Cross and Red Crescent. And so you have the Red Cross and Red Crescent. Some countries use a crescent and some countries use the Red Cross. And in Ghana, we have the Red Cross as a national society. Here in Ghana, it started over 100 years. But in the year 1958, the Red Cross came to Parliament. It was brought to Parliament, and it was an Act of Parliament, Act 10, and that established the Red Cross. And that since then, the Red Cross has been a national society playing an auxiliary role to all the state agencies, especially in the areas of health, in the areas of disaster, in the areas of security, in the areas of international relations, because we are also the custodian of international humanitarian law. So since 1958, then the Red Cross movement became a very solid society for the nation as a country, Ghana, our national society that is aimed at ensuring that humanitarian issues are championed. The advocacy of humanitarian issues is under the ambience of the Red Cross. So since then, we have had the Red Cross movement all over. So the Red Cross is made up of volunteers all over Ghana. So perhaps, as you said, when you were very young, growing up, you were a volunteer. And so we have the volunteers. Currently, we are having close to about 71,000 volunteers in the whole country. And then we are having those who are also in the managerial level, that is the regional managers, the assistants, and then also you have the HQ, where you have the Secretary General who presides over all the management levels at all levels in the national society. That is my good self. And then also you have the board, which is made up of almost about 7, which is the president, the vice, the health advisor, legal advisor. You have the youth representative, and then you have the honorary treasurer. And then you have the council members. That is also consists of all the members of that is the regional chair, and 5 members that were also or are always elected at the National Assembly of the Red Cross. So Red Cross have this structure as well, and then you would have the annual meetings, and then elections are held every 2 years to elect board members. And as and when a person serves for 2 years, you are entitled to serve another 2 years, and then thereafter you serve another 2 years, and then you should exit that particular position. So Red Cross has come of age in Ghana. We have had several leaders like Dr. Michael Ajekum of late, who was the president. Dr. Frimpong Boateng has also served as president. Professor from Adai has also served as president of the National Society. And then also we have had Dr. Bosom Chin, and now Dr. Anang, who had also served as the president of the National Society, and a couple of them. We've had Secretary Generals, the immediate past Secretary General Solomon Gayoni. We have had Kofi Addo, who had also served. We have had Frimpong, who had also served as Secretary General. So Red Cross have had several persons that have occupied the position to ensure that Red Cross evolve as we speak today in the year 2026, today being the 6th of May 2026. So this has been the Red Cross. As I said, so we have international partners. All the societies then came together and says that, okay, we want to establish an international body. That is what we call the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent, which is made up of 191 countries. And we have a Secretary General who is Jagan Chapagan, a Pakistani. And then also we have Kate Ford, who is the president, the international president. And these are the people who are spearheading the National Society at the international level. And we have also the ICRC, the International Committee, which is also made up of officers or diplomats who ensure that some of our activities in restoring family links, disasters, conflict management, conflict education, this international partner is responsible. So this is entirety what you call Red Cross. We have our core values, and so the core values or the fundamental principles that enjoins us, that embodies every member of the Red Cross, that is humanity. First and foremost, every human being is so relevant. Every human being is so significant as far as Red Cross is concerned. We have impartiality. Red Cross is not partial. We are not supposed to be seen to be siding with any group or the other. Our focus is that every human being is so important as far as Red Cross is concerned. We have neutrality. We must be neutral in everything that we're doing. If there is any hostilities all over the world, or there is any hostility in a community, Red Cross members are supposed to be seen to be neutral. Independence. We are an independent body. The fact that we are an auxiliary, we ensure that we have our independence in terms of what we are supposed to do, in terms of the things that we are supposed to, our mandate. All these things are independent. We don't come under direct directions of the state, but we are supposed to play our independent role, but playing the role of an auxiliary to the state. Voluntary service. Here we ensure that every person of the Red Cross, one cardinal thing that you need to keep is that voluntary service. Volunteerism over the years, Rasta, you know that in this country is going down. There is the need for us to actually revive volunteerism in this country. Unity. We ensure that Red Cross, Red Crescent, all of us are together, regardless of your age, regardless of your sex, regardless of your religion, regardless of your creed. Red Cross believe that we are all together. Unity.
Why do we have
universality?
Why do we have Red Cross and Red Crescent?
Yes, so the Red Cross and Red Crescent, in the evolution of the societies, you realize that some countries decided to use the Red Crescent, and more especially countries that are more aligned to Islamic and having those kind of religion decided to use the crescent because they believe that the crescent, it's the more or less like the moon, and then you have the Red Cross. But at the end of the day, what we do is that regardless of your religion, we have as Red Cross members, you are Muslim, you are a Christian, you are a Buddhist, you are Hinduist, you Skyism, Taoism, whatever religion, Confucianism or animism or atheism, wherever you are, we believe that you are a human being and we are together. So the Red Crescent, more or less, is in countries that have the more of an Islamic crescent or Islamic correlation, and they use the what you call.
They are not too what is the word? Comfortable with the cross.
Very well.
Because the cross represents Christianity
Something
in one way or the other. Now tell me, why has Red Cross decided to choose a cross, and especially painting it red, and also why it is on a white background? Any reasons?
Yes, because the cross symbolizes our unity, and the cross symbolizes that humanity. The cross symbolizes that we must take care of one another. So that is why the Red Cross came about. So at the end of the day, we are saying that Red Cross, what we are standing for is that we are standing for every human being. Every human being on earth is supposed to be taken care of. So that is how it came about.
Okay, so let me just add something small to this as a Red Cross member as well. You know, when you look at the Red Cross, in fact, as he explained earlier, it was started by Henry Dunant, and Henry Dunant was a Swiss. He was from Switzerland. So the flag of Switzerland is a white cross on a red background. White cross on a red background. So when it started, they wanted to actually use the Switzerland flag. But they felt that, well, if we use the Switzerland flag, people will think that it's just unique to Switzerland. So they turned it upside down. Instead of having a white cross on a red background, they made it a red cross on a white background. So that adds to what Eric is talking about. It's all about unity, it's all about love, and it's all about togetherness. Now, what does the Red Cross do fundamentally?
Fundamentally, the Red Cross is an auxiliary national society, as I have said earlier on. We are into health education. We are into health activities. For instance, first aid and CPR.
Right.
It's a major skill that we teach, that we train people in. So Red Cross stands for ensuring that we have a community that have that skill, that in the event of any casualty, anybody that gets there will know what to do.
Wow.
That's first and foremost. We also have, for instance, Restoring Family Link, and this is a unit that ensures that any displaced person, when that information reaches Red Cross, we are able to pursue, and we are able to use our network to be able to reconnect the person to the family.
Is it only in times of war or just any other time?
Any other time. Any other time.
In some countries, when there's an accident on the road, only health personnel are allowed to touch these people. In countries like that, how does the Red Cross function?
Yes, so Red Cross person is not a health. You have a limit of what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
So you get to a scene, you play the role that is by your certification, and that is you take care of the patient or the client, and to get to the hospital, and that person is seen. But what you're supposed to do to save the life of that person at that material moment is very, very, very critical, and is core responsibility of any Red Cross member. We also do disaster risk education, disaster risk activities. For instance, we do adaptation, climate adaptation projects. We are doing climate mitigation project. As we speak, we are working on afforestation, that we are going to embark on afforestation and do carbon sequestration in the country. This is also an activity of the Red Cross.
What is carbon sequestration?
Carbon sequestration is that you do afforestation, and then you sell the carbon. You register with the Environmental Protection Authority, so that you can sell the carbon that is generated to companies that are impacting the environment negatively. They buy, because every company is supposed to, whatever you are producing as a company, you are actually destroying the ozone layer. You are creating climate distortions. But these companies cannot actually support these things that you're doing. But then they will come to organizations such as Red Cross that is embarking on this afforestation project, and they will pay money for the carbon that we are generating, so that it would compensate in the
How do you generate this carbon?
Through the trees that we would grow, because we are going to grow the trees And as we speak, we are having an agreement with the Forestry Commission, and they are also allocating vast land, some areas in Ahafo and some in Laura, to the Ghana Red Cross, so that it will enable us to grow the trees. And we are hoping that within the next 10 years, we should grow close to about 5 million trees in Ghana.
Do you have an idea how you produce carbon out of these trees?
Yes, please. That is where we, as Red Cross, we have the volunteers. And now we are getting the land space or the forest reserves. What is going to happen is that we are also procuring a consultant who is an environmentalist. And that consultant would also ensure that the kind of trees that will grow would produce the carbon, the high carbons that we want to produce, and then to get it to the international markets.
How do these trees produce the carbon? That's what I want to understand.
Yes, the trees produce the carbon because the trees, every tree exposes carbon dioxide. Okay, so what happens is that every human being, you need oxygen to survive.
Yes.
The carbon dioxide that you would exhale, that would go out of you,
right,
it needs to get to the plants, and then photosynthesis would take place, and the plant would also use that one to grow. So the plants need it more to be able to also grow. Plants need carbon dioxide to grow. We human beings also need oxygen, but that is why it is always said that when the last tree dies, the last person also passes on. So it means that whilst we are growing these plants, we are growing these trees are going to generate a lot of these substances, chemicals, and then human beings are also going to produce
Eric,
oxygen.
you are not explaining it to my satisfaction. You are saying that the plants use what? Carbon dioxide, and they give out oxygen, right?
Yes.
Now you are also saying that the plants also release carbon dioxide.
Yeah, the plants would release, the plants would need the oxygen.
Okay.
Would need the carbon dioxide, but human beings need oxygen.
So when plants use the carbon dioxide, what happens?
Then they grow, because they need the carbon dioxide to grow. Then because they need the carbon dioxide to enhance photosynthesis.
And how do we get the carbon dioxide that you said we're going to have?
Yes, so when the plants are generating, are growing, then they are also releasing this thing into the atmosphere.
This what?
The carbon dioxide into the atmosphere.
Plants release carbon dioxide when they grow?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we'll leave it here. Don't worry about it. All right, so let's go deeper and bring the conversation to the people. Red Cross, on the 8th, you're going to be celebrating it big, right?
Yes.
And this year, what is the theme?
The theme for this year is United in Humanity.
Okay.
And this theme is chosen by the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent all over the world. So in Ghana, we are having this celebration, and for the first time that we are bringing volunteers all over the country to come and sit at one place for us to go through the activities of Red Cross. For instance, as you said, what is the work of the Red Cross? I did mention about disaster prevention. I did mention about conflict management. I did mention about health education. I did mention about first aid and CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. All these things are the things that we are going to showcase to the entire public. You would realize that when you go to somewhere, somebody will tell you, what does Red Cross, what is the work of Red Cross? And on this particular day, we want to showcase the work of the Red Cross to the entire public, the work of the Red Cross to the public, and also to commit Ghanaians to volunteerism, the spirit of volunteerism. This is very, very, very critical to the country's development. So on that particular day, which is the Friday at the College of Physicians and Surgeons, all the volunteers that are coming from the entire country, indeed, in fact, with Red Cross, we are still using the 10 regions. So when we consider, for instance, Northern region, we still look at it as Northern region.
Beautiful.
And they are coming. We are getting Upper West coming, Upper East, and to have to arrive here in Accra for us to have this very big occasion.
All the regions will meet in Accra.
Accra.
Wow. And what's the team again?
United in humanity.
Did you hear that?
United
in
in
humanity.
humanity.
How special is this year?
This year is special because looking at the challenges confronting mankind, it is important that we advocate and
Interesting. How are you going to fund this meeting? Because people are going to be traveling. Are they paying their own monies to come? Where are you going to keep them? What are they going to eat? Are they going to take care of themselves?
Yes, so as a national society, what we've been able to do is that we've gotten some sponsors. So I would like to say here that, for instance, Consolidated Bank Ghana has been a very powerful sponsor.
Thank you so much.
KML, it's also a risk management company owned by Chinese. They've also been very, very supportive. We've had Ghana Medical Association coming to support us, Gaming Commission. We've had Deloitte and Touche and many other companies that have expressed desire and that have supported us. On that particular day, some of the regions will do a return journey. So those that will do a return journey, we are providing them with support of fuel so that they can bus their volunteers. And then they are coming with colors. Every region is coming with a particular color. Some are coming with white, some are coming with yellow, some are coming with black, some are coming with green, some are coming with blue, some are white, and all with the Ghana Red Cross Society and 2026 United in Humanity, and all of us are coming.
Do you have a quota for all the regions?
Yes, please. Because of the distance, the three northern regions are supposed to have a representation of almost about 5 from the and then also Bono have the same 5, and Ashanti region is 100 because they can do a return trip. Eastern region is doing 100, Western is doing 150, Greater Accra is doing 400 because the host region. Volta region is also doing 50. So this is how the regions are coming. And then we've also sent invitation to corporate institutions and also to the diplomatic corps, and we are expecting them to come. We've also invited the chief patron. In fact, whilst I was explaining, I didn't mention the chief patron is the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. In December 2025, we paid a courtesy call on him and informed him about this World Red Cross Day this year that would be marked, and we hope that he would be here you'll be around on that particular on Friday. We sent an invitation to him, sent an invitation to our mother ministry, which is the Ministry of Health. We've sent an invitation also to the Minister of Interior because we work closely with NADMO. We work with organizations that are more related to and under the Ministry of Interior. We've sent invitation also to the Ministry of Youth. So all these institutions that we've sent invitations to, we are expecting that we're going to have them to be part of us on Friday for us to celebrate the World Red Cross Day.
How many days are you celebrating
it's a day, but the regions have started having activities such as quiz, health walk, all the regions for the past couple of weeks. And the 8th of May happens to be Henry Dunant's day of birth.
Wow.
So that is the day set aside by the National Society to celebrate World Red Cross
Day.
So
we're talking about Red Cross, and of course we are giving service to mankind. And this year the theme is so beautiful, United in Humanity. This is very, very solid. The president is expected to be around. He's the chief patron, and people are coming all over Ghana to be part of this wonderful thing. Now, Eric Gregory Akwetia is in the house, and we are having a beautiful conversation. Now, I mean, I've been a member of the Red Cross, and I still see myself as a member of the Red Cross because I never resigned. Tell me, do you have an anthem? When I was there was no anthem.
Yes, we don't have anything like an anthem.
Okay, so you don't sing any anthems?
We don't sing, we don't pray, nothing of that sort.
Do you have members from the Jehovah's Witnesses side? Do they join you?
Not that I am aware of.
3FM.
But the principles or the values of Red Cross is to save humanity. So insofar as you have the firm belief of human beings, I think you can join.
Okay, so take me through two things. Number one, when somebody is bleeding, say from the leg, is bleeding because something just cut the person, and the person is probably in the bush, what should the person do?
Yes, so first and foremost, it depends on the site where the cut occurred. So what you need is to put pressure at the site.
Direct pressure.
When you put direct pressure, the bleeding it's likely to cease for you to get to the nearest facility.
Interesting. So that means that you have to hold it tight,
and then press it. And that is the first thing that you should be able to do. So if it depends on, like I said, depending on the site. If it is on your hand, then it means that you try to elevate it a little. And then as you do the elevation, then you put pressure there. And then you move to a nearest facility. And mostly it depends also the cuts. If it is a very deep cut, then you need to put a lot of pressure because some of the cuts probably may be an artery, and so that one, the pressure must be very, very, very intense to be able to control the bleeding.
Interesting. How about a snake bite? You just have a snake bite.
Yes, the first and foremost, they just need to get some running water to clean the place very fast. If there is any, you have any soap or something else, use it to clean the site of the bite, and then quickly tie it, and then move to a nearest facility.
How do you tie it if it's on your leg?
Yes, so depending on if it is down, then it means the most important thing is that do the washing, and that one, make sure that you do it very well to clean and to clear the venom that has actually been introduced into the body.
And you don't tie it?
No, then you can quickly, if it is, like I said, if it is, and mostly snake bites are just at the ankle.
Yes.
So that is where the calculus, and so you quickly need to put that clearing of the place and fast to the nearest hospital.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. How about a scorpion sting?
Scorpion sting is it is something that most often when it happens, because it's either your toe or maybe your finger, or so what you need is that as soon as it happens, you press it. When you press it, you may see that if it is some slight blood will be coming out, then you try to wash that one out, and then it will help you to reduce the venom that has actually been introduced into your body.
Finally, how about poisons? When you ingest some kind of poison?
Yes, depending on the kind of poison. Yes, so the substance that you might have taken is what I can advise. If you have a charcoal, then of course quickly you can grind the charcoal and then you can ingest it. That would just reduce the substance in your tummy. If you have egg, you can quickly stir it and then you can ingest it, and that would also help you to reduce.
And run to the nearest health center. Red Cross, do you get paid some allowances for being managers and all that?
Yes, you have an allowances. You are paid for those at the managerial level. Yes, are paid.
This is
you have,
3
but yes, that
FM.
is a challenge, because as a national society, you did ask, how do we even raise money? You need to do a lot of projects and to be able to raise some funds. And this time around, we want to reposition and rebrand the Red Cross so that we can do other activities. For instance, we are developing a curriculum in psychosocial aid. We are developing a curriculum also in international humanitarian law, so that people can actually have access to these kind of trainings that we have, aside the first aid and CPR. All these things we are trusting that when we begin to roll them out, it's going to help us to be able to develop some kind of resources to take care of our staff.
If somebody comes over, a very rich man, and then he donates some products, a lot, and he says, listen, I am a Muslim and I want this to only go to the Muslim people, the Muslim community. Would you accept that?
First and
This
foremost,
is
our values
3FM.
are that we are looking at humanity.
This is
So
3FM.
that we would have to educate the person too on that, because the fact that we are humanitarian society, we are not supposed to be showing favoritism. Our focus is that every person, because we get support from organizations that are related to certain religious bodies, but we are not going to accept that you give us some condition that whatever you are giving us should go to. Our focus is that every person that is in need, the focus is that vulnerability. If the person is vulnerable, we obviously would support.
If a political party donates food items, and on these packages we have the political parties' paraphernalia, kind of, I mean, their flags and all that printed, whatever it is, would you accept that and donate to society?
We don't take partisan, we don't take political issues.
This
if a
is
party comes to
3FM.
Red Cross and say that they are even their colors, we don't even accept it. We are not into that. What we are into is that we are a national society. Every political party, every person that we are taking care of might have a party that would vote for or would want to support. Our job is that it's a Ghanaian or it's a human being. So no political party would come to us and we would accept it.
Nicely said. Nicely said. Now, in my days, we used to go to the stadium and then, some of the players would fall down and would have to use the stretcher, run and pick them up and come for, first aid and all that. Sometimes the crowd will be shouting at us. Sometimes they'll be throwing stones even at us. Hurry up, Red Cross. Do you still experience that? Or
Very
things
well.
have changed?
Yeah, but just that these days, it has minimized. It has minimized because
This
these days,
is 3FM.
it's like those days at Caledon Park, you see
Yes.
that the spectators were just by
Very
the torchlight.
close. Yes.
So they can make them. But this time, those parks are not more functional. So it's
This
minimized.
is
But
3FM.
it's the same thing. When a player is injured, Red Cross, we are there to take care of it. If whatever injury, we administer the first aid, and there is a need for. And these days, most of the teams are also having their medical team, their medical setup also advanced, and so they also complement, or we complement what their medical team also does. So for now, I think it has gone down.
This is 3FM.
Our team, our volunteers are always at the stadium, at the stadiums, and wherever they are, football matches or any sporting activity, we are there. Even in a gathering, we are there. And in fact, we even go to cultural activities when there is even a cultural activity in a region, in a palace or whatever. Red Cross is always there. We have our bay to be able to take care of the injured or a casualty that might actually occur.
I'm going to ask two more questions, and that will be it for now. Red Cross Society of Ghana. Very, very interesting. Now tell me, Red Cross is not paid. You only have small allowances as managers to work and all that. But you have a heart that beats for humanity. How do people join? And which category of people are supposed or can join Red Cross?
There's no category. Insofar as the person is having the heart, like you said, the heart of volunteerism, the heart of humanitarianism, when you have that conviction and you believe in the fundamental principles of Red Cross, you are ever ready. Age, it's not a barrier. But then if you join at a very young age, you learn a lot of skills. First aid, CPR, psychosocial support. You learn how to climate change training, leadership courses. You'll be sent to boot youth camps. You would go through leadership skills training. You go through a lot of activities that would enhance your development as a person, and the spirit of volunteerism to enable you to grow to become a better person in future. Again, you are an elderly person, you can also join. There's no age barrier insofar as you are willing and can do the work and would be willing to volunteer your time, volunteer your skills to save humanity. You are ready to join the Red Cross.
How do you join?
We have it at all the districts. You just move to a district and ask of where the Red Cross. Some districts have offices, because at every district we have a district officer, have a district youth officer, and you just approach any of them and then you register. They will give you a card, more or less like a leaflet for you to fill it, and then it will get to the region. The region then will process it, and then they would issue you a card and to become a member. This process, we are trying to digitalize it to ensure that at least every district we are able to know the number of Red Crosses in every district, and then as and when you also want to become a member, we are putting in place certain structures so that you can even do the registering, and so that we can issue cards. And this time around, we are also preparing to issue laminated cards, and then for people to have it, and maybe for every 5 years you can have it renewed.
Okay. I have never seen Red Cross at boxing matches. Do you go to boxing matches?
No, it is an area. You see, most often the sports in Ghana,
This is
always
3FM.
consider sports as football, and that is all. So it is now that we are looking at all the disciplines, the sporting disciplines. So we are trying to work with the Ministry of Youth, Ministry of Sports, and to ensure that at least all the disciplines that are being managed or are being run in this country would have Red Cross members who would be present at the boxing rings, and then also badminton, athletics, all these activities, sporting disciplines, we need to be there, and to ensure that athletes are not actually become a victim of any injury, because most athletes or most sports persons have injuries that in the earliest time of the injury was not managed properly, and that could cause the person's future. So we are going to have this collaboration with the agencies and to ensure that these things are really corrected.
So you don't mind that this is a violent sport? This is where people intentionally decide to hurt each other, beat each other. Red Cross will still be there to, offer first aid.
You know, football is supposed to be a fine game, but
Yes.
somebody can just use her elbow at the opponent.
That's a foul. That is not the intention of the game. But boxing is intentionally violent. Come, let's beat each other. Let's
Yes.
hurt each other. Let's draw blood. The more blood you draw,
Then
the
you become
bigger
a
your
victor.
chance of winning.
You
Yes.
become a victor.
Yes.
Yes, for us, the focus is that we want to save humanity. If the person collapses and a Red Cross person is there, first you need to quickly attend to the victim. Your duty is to save life, regardless of what happened.
No judgment.
No judgment.
Interesting.
The focus is to save life.
This is 3FM.
Mr. Eric Gregory Akwetia is my guest. Oh my God, have mercy. Now, if you have any other thing you would like to add, please go ahead and speak.
Yes, so I like you said. I mean, if anybody also want to support this on Friday, we are having a blood donation. If you want to support the blood donation, you can contact the headquarters, or maybe they can contact your station, and to be able to support us, because the blood donation, we are saving life, and we are getting our volunteers to come and to donate blood. On that particular day, the chairperson of the program is also the government chair,
This is
And
3FM.
he is the chief patron for the Greater Accra. He is also going to be around. So we are inviting every Ghanaian to be at the College of Physicians and Surgeons. We are having the IFRC delegation also arriving today, ICRC delegation also arriving today. And all of them are coming into Ghana to ensure that Red Cross celebration, Red Cross Red Crescent Day celebration on Friday would be a massive and a memorable one. On that particular day, Black Rasta, you see this document, World Disasters Report 2026 would be also launched.
Wow.
And this is a report that captures all the disasters that have occurred in the last 12 months, and it will be launched on that particular day. This document is what we are sending to the Office of the President. Right from here, that is where I am proceeding to, so that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama would launch this World Disaster Report as well. And then on that particular day, we're also going to have a documentary also, which is being going to be filmed, almost about 10 to 12 minutes documentary of the Red Cross, Red Crescent activities, and we would have a poetry recitals. And Black Rasta, I want to say that I'm inviting you also to be there on that particular day.
For real.
And then to also witness what is going to happen. And we are asking the entire the public to thrown into to the College of Physicians and Surgeons to be part of this memorable occasion. I thank you very much for the opportunity.
I'm going to ask a stupid question before you leave.
No, questions are not stupid.
So, Eric, tell me, I mean, you take care of human beings, you know, your service to mankind. How about animals? When you have animals injured whilst you are on your journey, do you leave them out, or
No,
you give the animal first aid too?
The focus is human beings,
Not animals.
not animals.
Okay.
But if the person's judgment, I mean, if you're a Red Crosser and there is something you can do, I grew up basically because my father was a veterinary person, so I grew up in an environment where animals were more with us. So if I come across any animal and there is something, perhaps I will be interested to take care of that person. But maybe another Red Cross member may not have that same spirit.
So the focus is human beings,
human
not
beings.
animals.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Eric, for coming on the show. We love you. And any reggae song of your choice, I'll play for you. Which one would you want? Any reggae song.
songs.
Yeah.
Lucky Dubie,
Good.
Eric Donaldson,
Okay.
Peter Torch, any of them.
Which one of their songs?
Peter Torch, everyone is talking about crime. Tell
Okay.
me who are the criminals. When I was growing up, it's one of the songs that I did like. And then wake up in the morning, sitting by and hearing the birds singing.
Yes. Yeah. Pick
Peter
Up
Torch.
Myself. Pick Up Myself. That's the title of that song. It's
that's
called
a
Pick Up Myself.
powerful song.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So which one are you going to take? Are you going to do the equal rights, or you're going to do Pick Up Myself?
Pick up myself.
Pick Up Myself. Okay. So
I like the starting.
the
I mean,
starting.
so powerful.
Pew, 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 pew. I know what you mean. It's very powerful indeed.
Very, very powerful.
Thank you so much, Eric, for coming on the show. We love you. We
So
appreciate
thank
you.
you very much, Black Rasta.
Yes,
It's
man.
been wonderful also being here.
For real.
And very, very excited. And the opportunity actually given to the Red Cross and to the Red Crescent for us to speak to the public.
We'll be
Your
there.
team and listeners and viewers, we trust that all of them would appreciate what Red Cross have
Of
been
course.
doing,
Very much
and would also
appreciate it.
come to support us the days ahead of us. So thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother.
Sitting in the morning sun and watching all the birds passing by.
Very beautiful piece of advice to all of us
Evening sun
to stay by humanity and with humanity and for humanity.
passing by.
I am so excited about this. My name is Tilly Black Rasta Ghana's #1, Africa's finest. What else can I say? What else can I do? I think the best thing is just to work for humanity.
Ghana, get ready for the ultimate athletics showdown.